Okay, so I've just opened up a new Blender scene, and this video is about a custom theme script that I've written to change the way Blender displays faces, vertices, and edges in mesh edit mode. So right now we're in object mode. We've got our Suzanne here, subdivided a couple times. If you go into edit mode, you'll see that even when vertex is selected, if you select 4 verts, it'll highlight a square, that face between them. This is just the way Blender likes to display things. So if you go into wireframe and you select a whole bunch of verts, it does highlight all of the faces too. Now that can be distracting and uh, irritating if you want to select certain loops, and when you do, you get these faces highlighted in there. Or if you want to select a cluster of verts and you end up getting this big blob, it makes it kind of difficult to see where all those vertices are. Um, so if you don't like the way that displays by default, it's kind of difficult to change it um, because those values are stored in the theme preferences under 3D viewport, and they apply to everything. So if you want faces to be invisible, you can go here and set this to alpha to 0, but then it's invisible even when you're on face select, which can be frustrating. So let me go ahead and reset this back to normal, and I'll exit edit mode. So this script, what it does basically is it takes those values that are stored in the theme and it binds this function for update selection theme onto the this handler here, which is updated every time you do basically anything that would change the mode. Um, and when that is called, it will check to see if you are editing a mesh, and if you are, it'll start swapping those theme values depending on the context. So if you want to use that, it doesn't have a front end yet, just kind of threw it together, but under scripting, you can make a new script. I'll call this custom mesh edit themes. And I can take this here, select all, copy that, paste it in here. And the most important thing here is that it's registering it. So it calls register at the very end here. It registers it to this depth graph update post handler. And that's what's going to keep calling this function. Without being registered to that handler, it would require you to like keep calling this function whenever you want to update the colors, and that's obviously not what we want. So this has some magic numbers hard coded in here, like the alpha value for the default theme and the default color of edges. This can be improved for sure, but if you paste it in here and you just hit run once, you only have to hit it once, and go back and continue what you're doing, you'll notice that in edit mode, if I go on vertex, I select a whole bunch, it's only the vertices that are highlighted. Actually, there's a little bit of a bug here. It actually makes the faces that aren't highlighted even more transparent than default, which I did not notice till now. But the intention is there is no faces, there is no edges highlighted here. Similarly, if you go to edge and you select all the edges, it does not create those little face highlights between edges, even if they make a full quad or triangle. It only displays faces when you're in face mode. And in face mode, it actually doesn't display edges or verts either. So it's only highlighting faces in face mode, it's only highlighting edges in edge mode, it's only highlighting verts in vertex mode. And that's basically it. Pretty simple. But like I said, no front end. This script would need to be called at the beginning of your work session while Blender's open. You can save it into a place that is going to be easily accessible. You can save it here, and then it'll always be available from this little drop-down menu under scripting. So that's one workaround for this way that Blender likes to display edges and verts and faces. I hope this is helpful. Maybe I will clean this up later and make it a little downloadable, I don't know, package that can do these dynamic theme changes. But for now, that's just a little script here, a couple lines, like 50 lines here. Hope that is helpful. Thanks.